Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to do a Let's Play and initial impressions review for System Critical: The Race Against Time VR. This is a platformer shooter, FPS arcade action game. It released today, July 15th, 2022. For the Valve Index and the Oculus Rift. It normally retails for $15. And I received a free Steam key through the Steam Creator Connect program to review this game. I'm testing it out on the MetaQuest 2 using Link Cable. This is the second level, so I've already beaten the first level. By the way, you can switch weapons. So this is the default weapon, this is the second weapon. I don't know what the difference is, other than one's yellow, one's blue. I don't know that they make any difference. I think maybe the blue one does more damage, maybe. It's hard to tell. So this is a pretty basic shooter with some platforming. As you can tell, the projectile speed is pretty slow. I can tell you that you do have snap turning available. I think that exploded. So you do have full locomotion, snap turning, and you have this music that's pretty annoying, if I'm being honest. You can put your shields back to 100%, and this is like a shield you can use as well. We'll save this for when we need it. We're not going to use it early on. You can double jump. I don't know if you can tell, but you can double jump. And just the platforming, so far it hasn't been really fun at all, if I'm being honest. It's a very basic shooter. And as you can see, you have your health and your shields meter here. But the graphics aren't good. The enemy AI is pretty dumb. And the shooting mechanic it's not well done. It's very basic. And I would say that even something like the original Doom, you know, the Doom from like 1994, 1992? I have more fun playing Doom as a shooter than this. You know, this is very outdated already. And, you know, just the slow projectile speed makes it feel like you're shooting ping pong balls. And just the ugly visuals as well, you know, very basic textures, the map just doesn't look good at all. And it just feels clunky all the way around. It's one of those games where when you move from side to side, you can see your bullets like curve. I don't know if you see that, but anyways, we can put our shield down and get some. Oh no! I am playing seated, so you can play seated. That's the one good thing about this game. Gotta be careful on these double jumps, obviously. It can be quite hard to tell how far your bullets go. Again, the projectile speed is very slow, so it makes it feel like you're shooting these ugly looking projectiles that look like ping pong balls. And uh-oh. No! Oh man, that sucks. So, all the way back to the beginning. Oh man. That was my fault. That was my fault. I should have been more careful. But just the platforming here just doesn't feel good, and it kind of sucks that obviously if you fall, you restart. The checkpoints are not generous. There is a checkpoint somewhere, but we obviously didn't reach it. Which makes platforming not very fun at all. And again, we have our little shield pack and our shield as well. And we're gonna do this again. And I have to be honest, haven't had fun at all playing this game. My original plan was to play this game all the way to the end. Then I said, no, let me play it for at least 2 hours before I upload a video. And then that's like, let me do at least 1 hour. And then I can do a video review. And that is because this game is bad and it's not fun at all to play. It feels like a job to play this game. Honestly, I wouldn't pay any money for this game. It's not fun. It's outdated. Oh no, what happened there? And, it's just an ugly looking game, and the gameplay. What's going on? Why am I hitting something? Oh, there's something there that's spawning. Okay, I see. Okay. All right. That didn't make a whole lot of sense, but okay. But we figured it out. I am taking quite a bit of damage, but that's okay. I kind of feel like if we find a shield pack, it'll make it worse not using the shield. And you see, if I use a shield, you can't really shoot around. It's kind of awkward to use a shield. And this platforming is not fun at all. So yeah, it's just not. Overall, it's just pretty poor, and the shooting is not satisfying either. So I'm having trouble finding something positive to say about this game. Honestly, it's just not a well-made game. It's a poorly made game. I don't know if this is somebody's first VR project. If so, congratulations, you made a working VR game. I mean, this is not the worst shooter I've ever played, because there's some really bad shooters in VR. But it's also not good at all. It's not fun. So far, I have not had any fun playing this game. Like I said, I wouldn't pay any money for this game. And in fact, you'd have to pay me a lot of money to play this game. And that's why I'm barely going to get about an hour in this game, and that's because it's just so bad. It honestly feels like a job to play this game. That's how bad it is. Did I destroy him? It was hard to tell. Hopefully I don't fall this time. It's just, the platforming just feels very floaty. You never really feel safe jumping. Even with a double jump, you know, it's very easy to... Okay, here we go. We got a checkpoint. I think that's the only checkpoint in the whole level, so we better not die again. Yeah, like I said, I don't know that I can say anything nice about this game. The enemies are super basic. The enemy AI is pretty dumb. The platforming is not fun or well designed. The gun mechanic is pretty bad as well. I mean, I guess it's cool that you can get a shield and you can also get like a sword. And there's like different guns. I don't know what... But so far I haven't been able to tell the difference between this and this. I don't know what the difference is, so... The effort was there to make the guns different. They have different colors. Like I said, I think this one does more damage. I think that's the difference, but I'm not really sure. Okay, it exploded. Alright, that's what... Alright, that one exploded too, I think. And the music is not good either. It's kind of grating on my nerves, if I'm being honest. I'm just not having fun playing this game. People always ask me, Fast Lawyer, how did you become a Steam reviewer? How do you get so many free games? And let me tell you, for the most part, most of the games are pretty bad, and getting a free Steam key isn't really worth the time that you're spending playing bad games versus playing the game that you want to play. So, I say for most people, I wouldn't recommend it. I do it because I love VR and I want to improve VR and I want to give honest reviews on VR. Kind of feel like a lot of VR content creators out there kind of have like an agenda. Either they want more clicks, so they just make the most clickbaity titles for their game, for their videos, or either that, or they're just hyping up a game that's really not that good. So, I mean, there are some good VR content creators out there. I'm not gonna say they're all bad, but I would say, especially the big VR content creators, most of them are not good, in my opinion. Especially on the Quest. I think especially the Quest VR content creators. Because, you know, I have a Quest, right? And I play the standalone. Believe it or not, I own a lot of the Quest standalone games. I bought a lot of games on the Quest store, but I hardly ever review them because, in my opinion, most of them are bad and not worthy of me reviewing. So that's why you really haven't seen me do a Quest review recently. It's just a lot of them are bad. And when you see the video reviews of these Quest games, they're usually pretty positive, and you're like, what's going on here? These are bad. And when you go to the Quest store, a lot of the reviews are also positive from the users. So you're like, what's going on here? And I think what it is that a lot of people who own a Quest are casual gamers. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But I really doubt a lot of those reviewers are like casual gamer reviewers. Like, they're honestly telling people that these games are great, but I think they're fibbing on their review just because they know they're dealing with mostly casual gamers. So, you know, casual gamers aren't going to tell the difference between, oh, this is just another wave shooter that's not all that good, maybe I shouldn't buy it. Instead, you usually have casual gamers who, maybe this is their first wave shooter in VR, so to them, you know, obviously it's going to feel like it's a good game, even though something like the original Space Pirate Trainer that came back in 2016 is still better than that wave shooter. That's just an example, but, you know, for the most part, you know, most Quest games I've played just aren't really good or worth recommending. But not all of them. There's some good Quest games, and I do intend to review those. So I think if you see me do Quest reviews, it's gonna be on the good ones, not the bad ones. But there's only a few of them. In fact, there is this one Quest review that I have in the pipeline. I've had it in the pipeline for quite a while. It's an exercise one. You know, one without a subscription fee, obviously, because I wouldn't review a game with a subscription fee. And it's actually pretty good. So I'm going to be doing that Quest review pretty soon. I might do some other Quest reviews, but you know, I won't review something on the Quest if it's really bad or, you know, it's mediocre. I'm gonna save that for the Steam Creator Connect program. Believe it or not, a lot of the games that I own, if I bought it and I just didn't like it all that much, I'm likely not to do a review on it. Whereas if I'm a Steam Creator Connect and I get the game, regardless of whether it's good or bad, I kind of feel like I have to do a review. Regardless, you know, because obviously I got the game to review it, so I need to do a review for it. And that's why you see me do a lot of negative Steam reviews, just because, you know, I kind of feel like I have to. You notice there's a bug there where the sound is continuing to play even though there's nothing shooting at me. So we're hearing, that's a bug. It's annoying, I think. I don't know, maybe you guys don't think it's that annoying, but I think I find it pretty annoying. This is a pretty difficult section here. And if we get through here, great, I'll continue my review, but if not, we'll end our review here, because this is actually... Okay, so, I messed up. I actually did the jump correctly, but I overcorrected and I fell off. But this is a good ending point. I think you guys seen the game and see what it has to offer. And, you know, this is just not a good game. Hopefully you can see from the video, you don't even need me to narrate it for you. You can just see that it's a bad game. And I don't recommend this game at any price. If it were free, I still wouldn't play it. And I was... You know, it's like I said, it's not the worst VR shooter I've ever played, so I hope the dev doesn't take this personally, but it kind of feels like maybe this is their first VR project. But just the mechanics here are all outdated, and it's just not fun to play, so I can't recommend it. If I have to score this, again, this is initial impressions, not a full review. I was only able to play this game for about an hour until I tapped out just because I was not having fun and I don't want to continue playing this game. But if I have to rate it, I would give it a 4 out of 10. This is worse than the average VR shooter on Steam, but it's not much worse than the really... There's a lot of VR shooters out there that are even worse than this. That are just even worse. But still, I don't think this is good enough for me to even give it a neutral recommendation. So I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. It's bad. I don't recommend it at any price. Even for free, I wouldn't recommend you download it to play it. So, anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my review. If you enjoyed this initial impressions review, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I always try to be honest in these reviews, but sometimes I just can't find anything positive to say about a game. And this is one of those games where I just can't say anything positive. The sounds are bad, the graphics are bad, the gameplay is bad. Even the little story it has is pretty bad. So there is a little audio narration at the start of these levels, but that's also bad. So anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.